It was practically inevitable that Mel Gibson and Kevin Costner would be considered for many of the same parts, given that they were both approximately the same age and had reached the height of their popularity at the same time. Actually, the two-time Academy Award winners found themselves entangled in the webs of some of the largest and most well-liked films of the 1980s and 1990s. Looking back, if either of them had committed to as much as one, the course of contemporary Hollywood might have been very different. In addition to passing up Alec Baldwin for the lead in The Hunt for Red October, Costner also rejected Oliver Stone's Platoon, chose Waterworld over The Shawshank Redemption, and rejected the screenplay for Air Force One that had been written especially for him to give to Harrison Ford in favor of The Postman. Gibson, on the other hand, turned down an offer to play James Bond before Roger Moore's tenure had even ended, rejected the role that Tom Cruise eventually played in Rain Man, said he was too old to play Russell Crowe's Oscar-winning lead in Gladiator, and was one of the many actors on the shortlist to star in Tim Burton's Batman before Michael Keaton was cast. Thereafter, their paths crossed multiple times, but each time Gibson indicated he wasn't interested, Costner would intervene and lead the project to enormous success. With a disclaimer, it was said in March 1986 that Mel Gibson will be starring as Elliot Ness in the big screen version of The Untouchables. The actor had already committed to another project, so the start of production would have to be postponed. However, because he chose to lead Lethal Weapon, it's unlikely that he would have been too upset about losing out on Brian De Palma's famous gangster film. Gibson turned down the chance to star in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves as well, having most recently portrayed the title role in Franco Zeffirelli's adaptation of Hamlet. Gibson chose to stick with Lethal Weapon 3 as his first post-Shakespeare project, rather than take on two consecutive period pieces. Oliver Stone was looking for a Jim Garrison for his political thriller JFK, and Gibson and Harrison Ford decided not to participate in the conspiracy dramatization of the world-shocking assassination, so Costner could complete the hat trick of taking on roles that were originally intended for someone else. If anything, it's amazing that the two were considered for the same high-profile assignment only 3 times, considering the vast number of them that they toyed with during their joint heyday.